When you spar Tank, what did you learn about yourself when that happened?
I learned that I can hang in there with the elite level.
Vigilant, but I don't think Tank can let Lamont get too big of a lead either.
Tank. In order to defend his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach on March 1st, 2025, at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, Davis has been putting in a lot of work. Prior to the Lamont Roach bout, Davis engaged in a rigorous sparring session that demonstrated his explosive power, speed, and adroit defense, demonstrating that he is in peak form for a commanding performance. During pad work, Dant Davis displayed lightning-fast reflexes, explosive power, and lightning-fast combinations. His accuracy and intensity demonstrate that he is in peak condition ahead of the Lamont Roach battle. Indeed, in order to prepare for their impending fight, professional boxer Michael Fox has had the exceptional chance to spar with both Lamont Roach and Tank Davis.
Both of them then.
There's a thing about both of them, man. Like, people don't be knowing about Tank is, they both have a high IQ, a high boxing IQ. And, they think, Tank isn't just in there throwing and hoping. He's setting stuff up. Lamont Roach is really reactive defensively when he needs to be, when there's punches coming. So I think it's gonna be a high action joint. I mean not high action. It's gonna be like a slower. It's gonna be like a slower pace joint until somebody lands something big. Then business pick up, and then we know Tank's bringing a big shot. So Lamont's gotta be very vigilant, but I don't think Tank can let Lamont get too big of a lead either.
I've seen Lamont in amateurs. I don't have no relationship with him. I'll tell you the truth. He can't beat Tank. He can't beat Tank. It's just in watching the development of both fighters. As a fan, Tank has got to a different kind of level. And the way his mind thinks, his confidence, the way he's walking into the ring, it's going to be alpha. He's going to be very alpha. He's going to command the middle of the ring. He's going to be backing the slower guy up. He's going to try to box and counter him. But I think that Gervonta going to be swinging for the stands.
Fox praises both fighters for having high boxing IQs, pointing out that they are difficult opponents because to their tactical strategies and flexibility in the ring. He highlights that although both players are extremely skilled, subtle differences in their styles could have a significant impact on how their match. Turns out, Lamont Roach has sparred with a number of boxers. Despite Pooh's technical skill and willpower, these sparring partners expressed doubt that he can defeat Gervonta Davis because they feel that Davis's strength and ring presence provide obstacles that Pooh may not be able to overcome after their prior encounter.
I think the fight's going to be interesting only for the simple fact that they know each other and they spar with each other, so Lamont's going to be able to pick up on a certain couple moves. But I think when it starts to, I got a stoppage, about sixth or seventh round. But I think that Tank is going to be able to stop him. I think it's going to be some moments where, Lamont maybe makes Tank look a little stupid just because he kind of know him a little bit and he kind of a little comfortable. He can be able to do some things defensively to kind of offset some stuff. But I think Tank has too much firepower for the smaller.
Lamont Roach brings a distinct viewpoint on his opponent's strategies and fighting style to the battle. Lamont Roach has put a lot of effort into his training, concentrating on developing himself and honing his skills because he is determined to defeat Gervonta Davis. Roach thinks that in order to create a strategy that can fight Davis's incredible strength and speed, he must be self-aware and recognize his own advantages and disadvantages. Kaysan, an Olympic silver medalist, Davis talks about his sparring sessions with Gervonta.
All right, Sean Zattel, happy to be joined by the WBA super featherweight champion of the world, Lamont Roach, challenging for the WBA lightweight championship of the world on Amazon pay-per-view in Brooklyn, March 1st. Lamont, man, what's going on? Let's start. Let's get into the fight, man. I got my first one for you. What do you carry from your times with Gervonta in the amateurs, fighting him, knowing him, sparring him, that helps you to know you can beat him March 1st?
Just a lot of personal info. Just a lot of personal things that can really maybe be a factor to the fight for sure. And I'll probably let you guys know a couple things, maybe, definitely after the fight, but I'll let you guys know maybe like one or two things, maybe. We'll see.
Davis emphasizes how intense and educational these sessions were for Keyshawn, who observes that Tank's speed, power, and tactical acumen make him a difficult and illuminating sparring partner. These encounters have not only improved Keen's skills, but also reaffirmed the respect Tank is held in the boxing community. Prospects for community featherweight Bruce Carrington provides perspectives on training with Gervonta. Davis Carrington notes that everyone in the gym is motivated to improve their performance by Davis's unwavering drive for perfection.
I just remembered you sparred Tank as well, right?
Yeah.
When you sparred Tank, what did you learn about yourself when that happened?
I learned that I can hang in there with the elite level. I feel like I could take a punch because he caught me with, well, I remember he caught me with two good shots. He caught me with one good hook, and he caught me with one good straight. And knowing Tank, like, you don't know really to expect me to get caught with a good shot. So he told me I could really take a punch. He told me I could box with the best and shit. I feel like Tank, he tested me. He tested my skill in a way where I always had to like stay sharp, watch out for his power, and just be real defensive, because I'm not really a defensive fighter. Even though I got great defense, I love fighting like Tank does. So he had me fighting a style that I don't usually fight, and I feel like I got better and I capitalized it. And I learned a lot from sparring Tank, man. Shouts out to Tank.
What's that like in the ring? Like you said, before you get hit, you're kind of like, shit, this is Tank. What is this going to feel? Is that just a question you get answered once you get popped? It's like, okay, now I know how I take it. Now I know where it's at.
For sure. That's what every boxer, even in a real fight, if the dude is not a hard puncher, but you still try to see me punch, like, you probably get hit, boom. Oh, that shit wasn't that bad. Shake it off. And if that shit come again, you can be confident, like, whoo, boom. You feel me? So it's really like, once you take that first hit, like, well, that shit ain't nothing. Or if you get hit, boom. Okay, he not gonna hit with that no more. You feel me? You always gotta get the hit to really know if you want to fight your opponent going forward.
He describes situations in which, after successfully performing a technique, Davis would insist on repeating it until it was flawless, demonstrating his commitment to continuous improvement and serving as an example for other fighters' strength and conditioning coaches. Gervonta is addressed by Mayon Flowers, the natural skills of Davis, stressing that, although innate talent is a valuable resource, it must be harnessed and developed with the correct environment and direction.
These strength and conditioning levels to when you first met Tank and to where we at today.
So you mean in reference to our training, what we did?
Yeah, well, maybe not necessarily that, because I know that's the bread and butter, but levels from where he was to when he first started to now.
Yeah, so it was a lot of stuff that, again, Tank is talented. You know what I mean? Natural talent. And then you have that in sports, right? Where guys have natural talent. And then only sometimes it takes people outside of that to evaluate them to know that it's more. Because they can't see it themselves. They're talented. And then sometimes even the people around them, not that they mean any harm by it, they can't see it either. So, in reference to like his flexibility got a lot better. His his speed and explosiveness got better. You know, learning, working on his actual sprinting mechanics, and then running, right? And learning too, you don't necessarily have to run these long distance, sustained mileage to also be conditioned. You know what I mean? How you can integrate speed, how you can integrate the conditioning and the strength training to where you're sprinting in the workout. That's a lot of stuff that he got better at. His explosiveness from doing plyometrics, just doing some things to make him overall a better athlete with his talent in boxing. That's what we were able to focus on. And you'll see a difference sprinting, jumping, athletically, right? That sometimes from the common person just watching boxing won't know or can't see it. Okay, right? So it's just like anybody else. You can get away with certain things because you're just better than them.
Flowers notes that Davis's growth as a top-tier athlete coach has been greatly aided by his openness to learning and a helpful staff. Gervonta is further explained by Mayon Blossoms. Davis's personality, which emphasizes his intense competitiveness and desire to learn, Davis strives to improve on his previous performance at every training session and is always looking for ways to improve his craft. His unwavering pursuit of excellence and receptiveness to criticism highlight his status as a top-tier athlete, dedicated to preserving his competitive edge.